No.
Bwipo Rengar. Do you know the last time we saw Bwipo on Rengar?
Yes.
Was week 2 of the spring split against SK Gaming, and it was in fact a win. Bwipo is 2 wins, 1 loss.
I remember that game. Win is calling it generous, okay?
Got the Nexus, that's what counts.
Look, the thing about Rengar top lane is he likes to trade a lot. So this is a lane that is going to require jungle attention from both sides here. You need to make sure he has wards so he can play aggressively up inside the lane. And then outside the lane phase, FNATIC's dive is so insane, combining a Rengar with a Hecarim. Perks is going to feel really bad in this game because he does not have really any peel tools except for that Braum.
Oh, it's going to be an intense one. Of course, we're going to talk a lot more.
Now, one thing, Ender, that you mentioned at the end of the draft there was that Rengar top is going to need some jungle attention. I want to see how Selfmade will be, because of the Mini-Gnar ranged form early on. He's already going to start TPing down. Here comes the play. That's a flash from Reckless already. Very good dredge line from Hilly, but will he get out with his life? Flash still available to him. Will get rooted down, 200 HP, and Hilly gets taken out for first place.
The chain CC is just ruthless right there, and Wonder with a nice teleport down. The team identified that Wonder. He didn't even have Mega Gnar up. He just knew all he needed was there to be onto his. And this is something that G2 are excellent at using. They're excellent at working with small advantages in their lanes to turn it into a lead for another player, and a lot of that time it'll come.
Now this might be Hylissang's fault.
Yeah.
Okay, he will be able to get out with his life for now. Asher will be eaten up by the Unbreakable. Another root lands onto Mickey. Here comes Selfmade. The onslaught goes forward. Will get so much damage done with the rampage as well. Mickey stays alive thanks to the heal. He gets out thanks to the heal. And will finally go down just a moment later. Now all of a sudden, Hylissang gets the dredge line back in. Defensive flash from Jankos. He escapes with his life. Hilly will bounce away, and the Swell Seed won't be able to take him out. FNATIC find 2.
So close right there. FNATIC punishing, right? It looks like Hylissang was a little bit out of position, but FNATIC as
down, Oriana's already moving, and Bob's your uncle. Meanwhile, on the top lane.
Well, the knock comes out from Wonder. Bwipo goes very low. There's the hop and the Boomerang Blade solo kill on the cards. And Wonder picks it up, making it look easy.
Man, Bwipo Rengar, I understand the idea, and it's supposed to be a really lane dominant pick against a squishy Gnar. It can be very effective, but you can't afford to be making mistakes like that, especially in the 1v1.
Yeah, but I remember talking about Bwipo's Rengar. It is interesting when you talk about G2's composition with all the CC they have, but here's Hylissang in the bot lane.
Support there. There's the Ash Arrow as well, and Wonder may just be able to Gnar out and does not. Second kill secured by Hylissang with the help of Bwipo and Reckless.
That's just a really nice play from FNATIC, and you can continue to expect much more of this because of the engage options they do have, engaging from super long range. Meanwhile, G2 trying to play around mid, and they're not going to land the sleep. This is what G2 love to do so often, but without the hard, engage champions in jungle and support, it's not easy.
They did get the flash, though, from Nemesis. The cost will be Selfmade and FNATIC picking up the first dragon of the game a little after 11 minutes. And that Herald, by the way, still sitting in Selfmade's back pocket, while Perks is now swapped up to the top lane.
You can just head straight to bot lane right now, though. Drop that down for Reckless, funnel more gold into him. They're going to likely secure this tower and have a big advantage in terms of map movements. And I think that FNATIC were pretty intelligent with what they did in the early game. They did a very early swap up towards the Herald. They didn't even play for the first Drake. Then when they came back down after immediately getting the Herald, they caught Wonder off guard, and they were able to punish him, and now they're going to balloon this gold lead even more, and a lot of that's going to go into the back pocket of Reckless, who now has a 1k gold advantage over his lane counterpart. So FNATIC definitely going toe-to-toe in this early game, have a pretty healthy gold lead 12 minutes in.
It's a little bit surprising, because when I was coming into the series, I was expecting G2 would be the team that's a little bit more adept at playing the map.
Oh, hang on a second.
That's a lot of damage, waiting for the roar and the savagery. Not going to get the kill, but that highlights what Bwipo wants to do.
I mean, yeah, it showcases some of the power that Rengar does have, and I did have a point that I might not get to as FNATIC looks for a dive in top lane.
All right, ECA. Where's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow from Reckless? He's holding on to the trigger. Jankos could be the next target as Caps is already down. Instant arrow after the TP from Wonder. That's a second kill for FNATIC. Now Hylissang goes golden thanks to the stopwatch. He's going to get rooted in place. Good damage down coming from G2, but they've got to back away. The Swell Seed will not find a target, and FNATIC get the second tower.
This is exactly what we want to keep seeing from FNATIC. They're working as a team, teaming up Hylissang and Selfmade Nemesis, moving in these death balls to find dives.
They can also concede it. Losing the second Rift Herald is not the end of the world. They know know that they're 2 towers up, and playing for Cloud Soul, oh, not Cloud Soul, sorry, playing for the Dragon Soul is much more valuable in their eyes. So that's going to be the priority, and I think this is absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think when you already have a composition that's built around a team fighting, that means playing for the Dragon Soul is going to be absolutely massive. But also, their engage options are highly tethered to their ultimate cooldown, so having Ash Hour being able to come out more frequently is going to mean more time of threat on G2 where they have to worry about the engage.
I would also say that Riftchild may have had a higher priority if G2's wave clear was higher, but it's actually very low. When you have a Kali, when you have the Senna, and you have the Gnar, it's very easy for FNATIC to just do this and take what they want.
Look at all the initiation. Even though the arrow doesn't land, Perkz is forced to use the flash to get away. Now he does. Selfmade is in trouble. Flash forward from Caps, gets the kill before he's taken down. Here comes Jankos and Mickey, but the backup is already in place from Nemesis. Where's the shockwave? Not going to be flashed away from as Mickey escapes with his life. It's a 1-for-1. Hill is saying 2-1 and 3. Selfmade 1-1-4. Hilly forced to Hex Flash over the wall. Reckless flashed as well. There goes the Curse of the Black Mist. Dredgeline finds a target. Caps coming over the wall. No perfect execution available, but he may not need it as the thrill of the hunt has been popped. Bwipo's looking for a target, and FNATIC have been pushed away from the Dragon Pit. G2 get control.
So the one combo we didn't talk about was the Rengar-Orianna combo. Obviously, FNATIC have a lot of dive, but that shockwave can literally come out of nowhere. And I think it's something problematic in the side lane that perhaps G2 expect as they look to try and shut down Bwipo.
There's the hop. A Boomerang Blade won't find a target. Damage from Bwipo is pretty good, and Jankos still waiting for an opportunity to get involved. That's a flash away. No, the hop away from Bwipo. He's using these bushes fantastically, and that passive will eventually get run down, but how much damage can he do? Well, that's a fairly healthy chunk against a 1v2.
Yeah, FNATIC do have 4 people in mid lane, so I think they should be able to trade this mid tower for it, but one of the first cracks I feel like I've seen from FNATIC playing the map where Bwipo is down bot side without a lot of coverage while his team was not in a position to be able to respond. Still, FNATIC are going to be very happy with this trade.
Yeah, I call that hashtag worth. I think ultimately Bwipo didn't need to die there, but Arrow now coming down bot. Look, Nautilus on the way as well.
Oh, so close!
That's a butt clencher. Wow, that was
so
close. Wonder just barely escaping with his life. Looks like G2 will secure their first tower of the game. But FNATIC, I will say, overall, looking good right now. Sitting with a 3k gold lead. They're looking for another play mid.
They are indeed. Perkz, remember, lost his flash just a few moments ago. Mickey cannot peel and save him. Now he's the target. The Unbreakable will get hammered on by the Ranger's focus, and Reckless picks up his second kill of the game.
It's too good. I don't think G2 can realistically contest it. What I think G2 want to do is steal all these topside camps and potentially get a tower, and that's why FNATIC are now charging at Jankos.
Yeah, Jankos has already used that flash. The Ash Arrow comes through as well. There's a follow-up teleport coming from FNATIC now to fight on multiple fronts. Jankos is already down. The Onslaught of Shadows comes up. That buys so much time as Caps is fleeing and afraid and terrified. He's forced to dash over the wall to safety to escape for his life.
Wonder!
The Gnar into the wall! Wonder finds the double stun, but he's shut down. Reckless gets another. Dredgeline onto Mickey. He goes down as well.
What a beautiful bait switch. Now Bwipo's in here. He's charging down Perkz. He'll go down. Caps executes to the Baron. It's an ace for FNATIC, and they have broken open game 1.
Sorry, I completely missed the setup for Baron. I didn't realize that's what FNATIC was going for. They find an opportunity and punish.
It was just a genius play because everyone is looking at the map and FNATIC have full control over the Dragon. So G2 aren't going to fight it. G2 are a team that loves to trade you on the other side of the map.
Surprising if FNATIC lost this game.
Mind-boggling, perhaps.
Yeah, and again, I can't give enough credit to like how FNATIC have used their bot lane in the map, and like, yes, the Rengar is very likely going to win game 1. I'm still not bought into the Rengar hype.
The saltiness. I love it. I love it.
Uh-oh, here's Caps.
All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, still going to have that Shroud available. It goes down, caught by the Dredgeline. Ignite starts to tick. Shockwave was used. I think that only caught Mickey, though. Now the Ash Arrow comes up, tags him once again. Volley as well as one more command attack from Nemesis. Means Mickey gives his life to save Caps with Infernal up and now a 5v4. Looks like they can either push the base or peel back.
Yeah, that's the Rabadon's completed there for Nemesis, absolutely shredding through. It's a really weird fight because neither jungler was involved in that at all. It was just a 4 versus 4, but meanwhile, Selfmade went into mid lane. Now we have a TP behind us, the last ditch effort, G2.
It absolutely is. Here comes Cap. Selfmade is waiting in the wings. Dredgeline from Mickey's buying so much time. Bwipo's going low and he's taken out and down. Now Cap's jumping into the back line looking for Reckless. Gets the kill onto Reckless, but how much more can he do? Selfmade is rampaging across Cap's face. Takes it. him down. Perkz running for his life. It's a 2 for 4 in favor of FNATIC.
It was a fight that could have gone in G2's favor, but again, Hylissang comes up clutch. Self-made now running through the rest of G2, looking for a potential penta, but Perkz is going to deny it.
Definitely the case. Shockwave gets pulled backwards. There's the shutdown. Perkz gets the kill. Hilly flashes forward. Manages to get the kill with the dredge line as well as one more boop to the head. Mickey running for his life. The inhibitor will go down. FNATIC have broken the base in a slightly scrappy exchange.
Hello, Caps. You will not be playing League of Legends today. And it's just CC after CC after CC. And now it could be some more supportal combat.
No.
Dredge line into the passive, and Selfmade comes in with the rampage and the devastating charge as well. Yet another kill, 7-1-7. It looks like Baron will be the focus for now. It does not look like G2 can contest.
No, they definitely cannot. They're locked inside their base. They already lost the inhibitor. Selfmade feeling himself, by the way, working on a Youmu's to get into the back line, wreak even more havoc onto Perkz, but this is looking like the final charge forward for FNATIC with this Baron to finish off game 1.
Should also highlight that Selfmade has been involved in 14 of the 18 kills that FNATIC have found themselves, so pretty impressive stuff from him and the entire FNATIC squad. They're looking to end things right here, right now, as G2, their last-ditch defense at the base.
Well, Enchanted Crystal Arrows available, the depth charge is available. I'm just waiting to see who FNATIC want to kill. Because based on how the previous 30 minutes of gameplay have gone, FNATIC just pull the trigger at some point, Vedius.
They can take their time though, they still got 2.5 minutes on the Baron.
Look at the double cannons just completely destroying the tower. They didn't even auto it once.
Sleep comes through, here we go.
Church line defensively there from Hilly, pulls himself to the ruins of that inner turret. Caps, the threat of Caps on the side, force FNATIC to back away. They've broken open the top tower, turned their attention to middle. That's Mega Gnar now, that once that time's out, you have to feel, FNATIC will feel more emboldened.
Yeah, I mean, Mega Gnar's gone, Lilia Sleep gone, they have no CC left. How do G2 start a fight?
Well, they absolutely cannot. Bwipo's on the Nexus turret already, depth charge goes out, Caps is being forced away by Selfmade. Dashes over the wall, perfect execution available to him while that's going on. The Nexus turret remains stall. Rekkles gets the Enchanted Crystal Arrow hit onto his former teammates, and Selfmade looking to finish it out. Super Minions are trying to push forward, and finally Rekkles gets a kill onto Caps. 50-second death timer. Bwipo inside the base, getting caught up by the damage from Lilia. Those blooming blows doing work on the back line. Hylissang sets it up for Nemesis. He's 2-1-7 for now. The Nexus turret will fall. Turn their attention to the Nexus. And FNATIC have been unable to take down G2 all year long. For the first time in 2020, FNATIC defeats G2.
And they do it with an absolute statement in game 1 as well. They came in with a cohesive
back with the Akali-Sylas matchup in that final, and we know that Nemesis can play it, but the comments have always been that he falls short relative to that of Caps, so it's going to be exciting seeing him go up against Caps once again on the champion that they fought so much for last.
And while G2 put pressure on Wonder, FNATIC are trying to say we'll shut him down with the Akali and the Shen in the side lanes. Let's see how it goes when we get into game number 2.
Welcome back to Summoner's Rift. FNATIC 1-0 up against G2. Winner of this series advances to the Championship Series on Sunday next weekend. And the loser...
Bully Nemesis as much as possible as the junglers have found each other.
Jankos is going to flash forward. Defensive flash from Selfmade, so they end up trading 1-for-1. Hex flash for Jankos, though, so he'll come out a little bit more advantageous.
Yep, this is exactly what you want to see from the early game powerhouse jungle of the set.
He's running the fleet footwork as well, so having that extra bit of sustain in a sustain lane is very valuable. As Selfmade will run into Jankos.
Wonder's going to flash away already, use that Mercurial Hammer and
no flash,
smack
remember.
Bwipo away. Jankos stepping forward. Bwipo's got flash available. Selfmade seems to be safe for now. Jankos won't be able to chuck out the spell.
Oh,
Not enough damage now. He's in trouble. Gets tagged down by those blooming blows. The acceleration gate will buy some time. That's the taunt flash into Bwipo. He manages to pick up first blood for FNATIC.
FNATIC just playing that so well right there.
We're interested to see how Bwipo can play around the stand. United just hit level 6, by the way, while he is down in CS to Wonder's Jace. The first blood helping first. Nemesis able to push that wave in. Now Caps has to go and catch. As he does exactly that, the blue buff does not get secured, but 7 minutes 45 in, Jankos picks up the first trade.
Yeah, I respect this from Jankos. I think that Caps was willing to sacrifice a bit of
from the top lane for just a moment. Does now push it out, and I think Hylissang was already on the rotation up here, so that Selfmade can secure the Rift Herald. This is what I was talking about. When Hylissang gets back to base first, he's able to move. Meanwhile, Mickey spent a lot of time bot lane. While Perkz was going back to base himself, he was there to try and make sure that he could hold the wave in front of the tower. So that means FNATIC get control over the river and should be able to find this Herald and maybe a kill.
Jankos gets caught by the dredge line. Nemesis has got the ultimate available. Support now coming in from Caps and Mickey. Solar Flare available, and the Herald is the target. It's going to get pushed away. G2 able to force FNATIC out and secure the objective.
Exactly. The difference here is that, well, Hylissang came topside, Rekkles went bot, the duo of Perkz.
We actually saw Wonder move from top down into mid, and it looks like that they actually wanted to send Perkz straight from mid into bot, but what happened from FNATIC was they had Nautilus roam this way and Akali roam this way, which meant that if Perkz tried to go through his own half of the jungle, he would have just been obliterated. So good awareness from G2 to not get caught off, and I think that FNATIC's response by moving to the bot side has now given 2 free plates to Rekkles, which is great because they know that G2 does have the Rift Herald, and this will make it easy to be able to trade a bit.
And that's exactly what you want to see. Here we go, Mickey going in.
That's the flash engage, Solar Flare as well. Remember, Hylissang does not have flash available. Teleport coming out here from G2 as well. The dredge line going to get Hilly to safety. Stand United was channeled by Bwipo. He's still got that TP, Acceleration Gate, and the Shock Blast going out, and Jankos, despite being tagged by the ball, escapes. Advantage FNATIC. I think they used less to survive.
Yeah, I mean, this is an anxious...
Well, in the mid lane, Caps is currently going even with Nemesis. Inverse, he had about a 10 CS advantage at this point, and Hylissang's roam will push him onto Wonder. The dredge line, I think, caught a minion for Hilly, so won't be able to follow up on that one to focus and step up when his...
Oh, look at Rekkles.
All right, misses the first shot, tags the second. Third goes wide. Fourth and final shot will connect, but won't have enough damage to kill Perkz, but it will push him out of the lane.
50% failing grade from Perkz, or from Rekkles.
Stack of plates. If we can very quickly swap over to the gold observer so we can have a look at the difference. Once again, we see Rekkles with a 600 to 700 gold advantages. FNATIC look for a play in mid.
They are indeed. Selfmade's got the lullaby down. Nemesis jumping onto Wonder, and he's going to go down, but he gets a damage! How did the Thundering Blow get the kill? Ends up being a trade of 1-for-1. While that's going on, dredge line is the bottom lane. Deadly Flourish comes out. Perkz was rooted in place. He's still got that flash available, and that means that they're not going to chase further. Instead, one loss auto
Oh, here comes the rest of G2.
Solar Flare from Mickey's available to him. He's going to lock down Hilly under the tower. There goes the flash. Here comes Jankos. Actually stopped to summon the Herald as well. Caps has got the shockwave if needed, but the showstopper comes down, and G2 are back in it. They get themselves a kill, and they're going to push onto the tower.
Yeah, G2 are able to punish in that moment. It starts out with Wonder with the absolute hero play on a sliver of HP. Turns around the kill, but now FNATIC, they're not slowing down.
No, they're not. Want to punch back. There's the taunt flash. Perkz is able to escape as he held onto his flash. The Zenith Blade connects on a Bwipo. He's going to get taken down. The railgun comes up from Perkz. Now Nemesis is the next target. He's forced to flash defensively. He's being run down by 4 members of G2. Selfmade arrives just in time to watch his teammate go down.
What looked like a great collapse from FNATIC ended up in disaster as G2 now sit with 4 kills and a Mountain Drake alive. Beautiful turnaround from G2 to stop the aggression from FNATIC.
Yeah, I just love that play right there. They saw FNATIC were a little bit split up. FNATIC, they tried to make a play in mid lane and bot lane at the same time, and because G2 went even, turned it around.
It's indeed, there's
no smite
attempt available to him. It's not going to be able to die. G2 pick up the second dragon, and now FNATIC looking for an opportunity.
FNATIC just got 2 quick kills.
Unbelievable.
The chase now comes through from FNATIC. They're looking to get a little bit more.
He's not done.
No, of course. This man doesn't care.
He doesn't let people recall.
No, he does not.
Set it himself.
And there's the fight now. Dredgeline and Zenith
Even if he dies for it.
Hylissang will go down. So at the end of it all, 5 kills for G2, 2 to FNATIC, but they get the dragon as well.
Rekkles will also get the first tower of the game, though. Like, whew, G2 is actually very good because they shut down Bwipo first, Caps stalled out Nemesis, and then with Shen gone, it was easy for them to collapse as another skirmish kicks off.
Well, Mickey goes in with the Zenith Blade, slows down Selfmade while the Rift Herald is being picked up, and now Mickey's in a little bit of trouble. Solar Flare's available to him. He's going to flash over the wall, get the stun onto Nemesis with the Shield of Daybreak, and start to back away. Herald secured by G2. They're still down 1,200 gold, but they do have 2 dragons secured.
Look, the game is getting super explosive. I think the kills were traded really evenly overall, as now Bwipo, he finds Wonder, and Hilly's on the charge.
Wonder's got the flash available to him as well as the acceleration gate, and I think Hilly's going to be happy.
Definitely have the tools to be able to scrap and fight so much better in this one. I think that the fact that we see G2 not necessarily leaving Wonder alone in a side lane, instead playing as a team is going to be a very good look for them, shutting down a lot of the value of an Akali Shen combination.
Oh, that's a big ult. That could be.
Is indeed. Lullaby can come forward.
Nemesis
held on the trigger. The shockwave catches too. Hillisang uses the Dreadline to escape to safety, but there's the dash forward. Whippo gets caught and pulled backwards by Jankos. The slam dunk showstopper sends Whippo back to the fountain, but the curtain is called by Reckless, and it will slow down the siege. Here comes Wonder, who's got the shock blast under the tower, and the center blade finds a target. That is so much damage on the self-made. Jankos takes him out, and they're not done yet. Jankos and Wonder pushing forward. 2 quick towers.
They have strong team fighting tools, but just like I drew attention to Caps in the last game, I gotta draw your eyes towards Reckless this time around. He hasn't completed his second item yet, but he's sitting at 0-0-0. He's lying in wait. He's ready to activate.
Oh, Nemesis.
And now Mickey may have found Nemesis, or his Nemesis found Mickey.
Yeah, there's not enough support from the rest of G2. Nemesis is gonna die.
Oh, that's not good!
Just a double root! The shockwave catches onto Nemesis. Here comes the stand united from Whippo. It's buying a lot of time. Solar Flare will slow things down for FNATIC, but Mickey is the first one that's in trouble. Showstopper pulls Whippo out of the fight, and Perks takes down Hilly. Nemesis is dashing and running for his life as Whippo is pulled backwards. He dashes through, and he will go down.
And once again, FNATIC find themselves in a fight at a numbers disadvantage. G2 are more than happy to take these and the third Drake of the game.
The coordination is not the same in Game 2 as it was in Game 1 for FNATIC. They need to buckle down because in the chaotic nature of the first 20 minutes of this G2-driven game, FNATIC...
We've seen the G2 Death Ball team fights playing out, but FNATIC, they may be forced to pick another one of these 5v5s around either a Soul or maybe even a Baron. You can see Jankos is going to start stepping forward. Showstopper.
I've seen this before.
Grabs Hilly, and he's going to get blown up, sniped down from the mid lane. That shock blast from Wonder.
When you fall behind in a 1v1 and you're able to freeze the lane on the back end, that person can then move around the map and look to punish. FNATIC now looking to try and punish Wonder.
Well, flash for flash, by the way. Whippo and Wonder just trading. Wonder is in some trouble, but perfect execution. Nemesis picks up his second of the game with the help of Whippo forward and threatening and engage. Mickey sees Hilly but holds on.
I mean, G2 get full control because there's 2 towers down in mid lane, so they fully push the wave and now cut through the jungle. Hillisang is caught out once again.
Absolutely is. Pulled backwards. Nothing else is used. That's a flash over the wall. Now the curtain is called back as Reckless is firing up the shots onto G2 inside the jungle. Swellseed will fly forward and the Lullaby is held onto for now. Nemesis now may be the next target. Shockwave is up for Caps. He's got a lot of damage. His Nemesis goes all the way forward. The Shockwave catches him. He's down. What was that? Now the turnaround. The Curse of the Black Fist gets another kill. Jankos gets the third of the fight. And FNATIC get destroyed in the river.
G2 own FNATIC there, and Caps found Nemesis with the Shockwave, even inside of the Shroud. Wonder tries to chase down Reckless, but this is not just the Infernal Soul. This will be the Baron for G2.
G2 looking clean as they answer back in Game 2. This is the series that we wanted to see. This is the G2 and FNATIC that everyone was hoping for in this best of 5. It's likely that G2's going to take this game.
Oh,
it looks like Wonder is going to take Reckless's life.
Welcome to the game, Reckless. 0-1-0 at 26 minutes. Whippo now joins the fray. Shadow Dash is available.
Wonder wins this.
Used it a second ago. Look at the hyper. Wonder continues to chase. Shock Blast didn't find the target. Caps TP'd under the inhibitor to help Wonder out. The G2 solo laners who have been so dominant for so long, and Wonder is on a killing spree. The 5th of the game. 4-0-9.
Pick, he has to find a better way to enter there because G2 shut him down hard.
And Nemesis last weekend, 2 games of Lucian, 1 game of Cogmore. He's 4 wins, 4 losses on Akali all time, and it looks like Wonder may be able to just take him out, and he does. That was close, though.
I think
that was close.
Okay, for context, Akali had 2 items, and Jace had 4.
Yep. That was a lot of damage from Nemesis, but with his death going down, and now G2 inside the base with the Dragon Soul, with the Baron buff, this will be the push to even out the series. Whippo's trying to slow Perks and Mickey down on the top lane as Reckless is down, and 1, 2, 3 more FNATIC members fall. That's the ace inside of FNATIC's base. G2 in 29 minutes will be evening up the series.
And that's the Caps carry performance we have come to expect this season. G2 working alongside him to get him an advantage, and G2 run through FNATIC to tie up the series.
Unkilled, Caps, Perks, and Mickey. What a dominant showing.
those big upgradable items, and even in the jungle with the Triforce boot.
TLDR, this is going to be a team fight game, so it's kind of your kind of game, a quick shot. We're going to have lots of fighting over the Drakes. There's going to be not much action in the early game unless the junglers are feeling very saucy. So we'll have to wait and see, but I think 5v5s are going to be the name of the game for this one.
Well, Yellisang was feeling saucy this series already. He was able to find the flavor in game 1. He didn't in game 2. Let's find out what happens in game number 3 as FNATIC take on G2. Saucy is a great word. Welcome back to Summoners Rift and the LEC Summer Playoffs. Reminder that the winner of this series goes to the final next Sunday. Will be guaranteed first.
Jankos looking to cause some disruption.
I like this. I like this a lot. You force Hecarim out of his red buff side jungle. He can't start on the Raptors, so he's actually probably going to go over to his Wolf camp. With Q at level 1, that's what you want to be hitting. And the level 1 power already bot lane, heavy trading.
Man, the Ignite thrown down onto Perkz. He's down to 200 HP. The Flay into all the autos. Reckless runs out of ammo, needs to reload, and that's when Heliodin steps forward again with the Flay. We'll get Mickey down to 200 and now start to focus on the wave. HP advantage, I think maybe marginally to FNATIC, but Perkz a little...
Reckless.
Let's take a look what Jankos can do. Flash is available for Reckless and Hilly. And Jankos, he needs to walk in, and I remember the
recall yet, so he has now stabilized in terms of overall CS, but Selfmade will be a little bit ahead in EXP. I'm checking it right now. They're about dead even, but with the opportunity to go for more camps here on the Hecarim, he's going to be just fine and not set behind all by the early red.
Punch him in could have gone with Yazid. Caught us a little off guard.
Well, I think the Ender actually summarized it really well as a hook does land for Mickey.
Well, Heliosang will be in some trouble. Teleport comes out now. That'll be from Whippo. Correction, Nemesis. He makes himself in the bottom lane. The Shockwave is flashed away from.
And
while that's going on, Call the Forge God comes out. Wonder is going to flash under the turret. The Ignite is burning him down. Won't be able to pick up the kill just yet, and FNATIC, they don't find the kill in either lane.
Yeah, I really like how they played that right there, with Selfmade coming into the top side after seeing Jankos down bottom lane, and even Nemesis's teleport bot side gets the flash out of Mickey. So Nemesis will fall behind, loses out on CS, but I think the minions that were perhaps lost by Wonder in the top lane during that dive will make up for it just a little bit.
The unfortunate situation for FNATIC right now is that there's no Rift Herald to trade it for. Of course, this will allow Whippo to get a little bit of farm and XP back, and they'll force the TP out from Wonder, but given that Whippo already used his TP, no real advantage gained. So I feel that G2 were the overall winners of this. The fact that FNATIC were forced to burn both their teleports makes this a little bit easier for G2.
Thing to note, Selfmade has ultimate and he's up in the top lane.
Whippo's already flashed for that one. Here comes Selfmade, and we'll be able to tag onto Wonder. The devastating charge follow-up after. Continues to run him down with the Rampage, and one last auto. Plus the skill from Whippo will pick up first blood to FNATIC.
Check it out, right? Like the second Jankos is going up topside for the Herald, which you expect after the Dragon goes down. Selfmade's bot lane, but here comes G2, classic mid game.
Oh, the Dredge line connects perfectly. The root as well, and Cap slays Nemesis with the help of a bot lane roam from G2.
That's about as classic G2 as it gets. The flash from Mickey as well to commit to that play, and Nemesis without any cleanse couldn't get out of that situation. Now Jankos making his way up towards the top side of the map. They have their eyes on Whippo, no flash, but does have the ult.
And there's support coming. 1, 2, 3 members of G2. Mickey could decide to go deeper into the lane. Blast cone popped over the wall.
Oh, here we go, Whippo. Can you make the outplay? There's no mid.
They're waiting for the next wave.
Is with him.
Come on, Whippo, get back to base.
Oh, this is so scary. There are 4 G2 members in the top lane. Dredge line catches him. He cannot hit the ram.
5.
And Wonder manages to get the kill with the Perkz ultimate. That's a 5-man stack in the top lane.
Poor Whippo. Oh, add
this
insult
is
to
huge.
injury. The Gangplank ultimate comes down as well. Everything coming together for G2 right now. They've got the Herald too. It's so much. There's so much pain for FNATIC right now.
No, it was so nicely done by G2, because this is actually the waterfall effect. You saw Selfmade go for the gank in the bot side. So what happens when G2 lose their vision and know their junglers around them? They run mid lane. They get the kill in mid lane. What happens after that? Well, they take that mid lane pressure they just gained by getting the kill and they convert it into a top lane dive. And the whole while they're sitting on the GP ultimate to be able to slow down the push on the bot side and only give up 3
and look at these lane assignments too. Cap's coming down bot lane with Mickey. They actually know they can win this 2v2 because Caps has his ultimate. Mickey does as well.
There's a depth charge available. Reckless is the target. The lane is taken, but now all of a sudden Hylissang gets caught out. He will get the summoner heal. This buys some time. Emperor's Divide gets rid of Reckless, and the curtain call is available. There's not enough mana for Reckless. Decides to hold on to that one. Obviously could be thus far. Has roamed to every single lane. And now Selfmade
is really awkward.
Completely alone.
Oh man, this is how horses get turned into glue. But he will use the Onslaught of Shadows. Will get out for now, and the Lantern is there. FNATIC were able to get him out safety, but at what cost? Bellows Breath from Bwipo. He's going to dash forward, call the Forge Guards available, and I don't think he'll get the secondary proc. Maybe he will. No, he will. Not another kill. Selfmade maybe baiting Bwipo in.
Getting back on topic, good punish there from G2, and I feel like that we're seeing the poor coordination from FNATIC that we saw in last game. Selfmade invading when he had no pressure anywhere on the map. Bwipo then trying to come down and help, and he ends up putting himself in an awkward situation. This is now going to give G2 another Drake, and while G2 are making a lot of great plays in this early game, it feels like
once the FNATIC comes running up in the top lane, it doesn't mean he doesn't have the cannon barrage to delay the push coming through, so FNATIC will be able to trade plates pretty freely here, but Caps is going to be bot side getting some too.
Well, let's see how FNATIC start to recover from this. It feels like a few extra punches from G2 are landing, but because we are even in gold thus far and towers plates are still being traded top and bottom, the team fight compositions are still powering up, and I'm anticipating some saucy fights as we progress towards the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have some team fight comps. I think that the gold is telling us a really interesting gold lead.
And a lot of that obviously coming off the back of the turret plays that he was able to pick up as well. Something that we often see from FNATIC. Nemesis going to close.
He's waiting, right? Obviously G2 don't know he's in the bush, and the rest of FNATIC were considering a play. But now they're just going mid.
They absolutely are. The man you were just talking about is Selfmade.
No.
He gets caught backwards by the Emperor's Divide and taken out. A lot of damage goes down onto Perks, though, and there's no further follow-up from the rest of FNATIC. That dredge line almost catching Nemesis, and there may just be the ultimate caster curse there as we start talking about Selfmade.
I mean, this game is such a challenge for Selfmade because they went very early for this Hecarim that he's looked so good on, but all these tools to kite back and punish him when he goes for the commitments are going to be rough. Here we go, fight mid.
All right, there's the showstopper onto Nemesis. He's going to get some damage and taken down. And the tower falls as well. Bwipo throws out Call of the Forge God, but there's no follow-up.
It's a 3.
It was like FNATIC were taking it at a numbers disadvantage, and now they might be fighting another one.
They absolutely are. That's a double TP from G2.
Oh, Caps!
The Emperor's Divide over the wall! Caps, the best mid laner in EU, managing to set it up for Perks to pick up the kill onto Hilly. Turns the attention onto Selfmade, and now Nemesis is running for his life. That was beautiful from Cap.
Caps never fails to impress, and G2 are going for it. They want Reckless.
Reckless is absolutely being taken out. Mickey uses the stopwatch to buy some time. 4 members of FNATIC are sets it up for Perks. Manages to play that one as we come back to live.
Hello, Nemesis is top lane, no teleport.
FNATIC were trying to start the Dragon. Bwipo should be able to escape with his life here. And the Dragon will be secured by G2. Gold is now just shy of 3,000 at 3 Dragons to 1. 10 kills to 1. And it's starting to look all too familiar from what we've been seeing in G2 versus FNATIC in 2020.
G2 not giving FNATIC any time to...
This is one step closer to picking up the 8th title in Europe.
And it feels like that one of the main reasons why FNATIC brought Selfmade in was so that they could finally overtake G2, so that they could have more power, have more carries at their disposal. And I felt like in Game 1, we got to see that. But G2's ability to adapt, pivot, has been so difficult.
Here he goes.
To do with this. Selfmade goes in, he's looking for Perks. He may actually get this one.
He may, the final call, not going to be enough for the curtain call rather, and Selfmade with the Rampage picks it up, so they get the kill.
Really interesting how G2 are playing. They have the Rift Herald, so they gave up top jungle control while they know Nemesis is going to be pushing, so they can blast the second tower. They may even be able to walk this in to the inhibitor tower because it is just an Ornn down here. No one's really recalling. They're canceling the recalls. FNATIC want to go to Baron.
FNATIC are making their way towards Baron. Do they commit to it?
No, they don't. Okay.
Recall's now going to start to come in. It's a risky play. And there is a bit of a redemption story as Nemesis will look for a shockwave here. one of the more criticized players on FNATIC. He gets his first kill of this game, but at what cost? Now the inhibitor turret will go down. The inhibitor is going to be focused on this. There's nothing that FNATIC can do to stop this.
So it looks initially like Pokes is just running it down, but he's just buying time. As look, G2 may actually even go for the end. People aren't even recalling yet on FNATIC.
This is insane. Here comes Hilly. He gets the double fight. Death sentence as well. With the Ignite burning, that will be a kill. Now Wonder is in trouble. Pops the powder kick. The Emperor's Divide comes back, and Jankos goes forward to the showstopper. Selfmade has arrived, and so has Nemesis. They get themselves the kill. They'll start to calm down as FNATIC will defend their base. They will be donated several kills, and really importantly,
Pokes and Mickey left
teleport.
alive. Yeah, he can TP, he's going to be up, and they're going to secure this one. Immediately, they're right back in it. G2 thought that they could end the game, but they get punished, and now only Pokes stand in the way of FNATIC in their first Baron of the game.
They will be able to secure this. Have you seen a more G2-esque decision? The Dredge Line connects onto the wall. Mickey doesn't find Reckless, but his flash is down. The Baron is picked up, and here comes the rest of FNATIC now for the fight. Mickey's inside the pit. The Lantern's available. The Shockwave comes out. That catches two. It's a fight on multiple fronts, but FNATIC are winning it. Cap's forced to flash over the wall. The Sand Soldiers, the Emperor's Divide by time. Reckless finds the shot. They get Baron, they get 3 more kills, and in the blink of an eye and a punish of G2's call, FNATIC are now winning.
What is going on? Straight down the bot lane push and then the Baron on top of that. Like, you don't have a smite. You're going to lose that every time. Just take the fight at the Ocean Soul. Now Jankos have to find a steal.
They're not going to do it. FNATIC buy themselves more time. They are now 2,500 gold up.
That means better items that he can hand out to his team.
You're literally seeing every single member of G2 at a level disadvantage. You're going to see Wonder die next as well. Like, look at how easy it is for Selfmade to just run them down. We talked about how he needed to be the big carry this game, and he's doing just that.
And what I like in this game in comparison to the previous one, FNATIC as a team have now found a few scenarios where they can bring Reckless's Jhin into the fold. In the previous game, the discoordination or the uncoordination.
FNATIC brush, a classic.
Will anybody fall trade?
Yes, they will.
Gets caught by the death sentence. There's the rampage from Selfmade. Curtain is called from Reckless.
Wait,
Nemesis isn't here. Showstopper goes forward. That's a kill onto Selfmade. There wasn't enough damage. And G around the pit for FNATIC though, and no one's positioned just yet.
Just very quickly, the Infinity Edge has now just been completed on GP. That is a huge item up.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. I want to look. Okay, G2 able to get out of this, or are they, Hilly?
Oh, that's a flash already secured. Reckless holding on to his call. The Forge Guard comes out. Jankos is running so fast. Manages to escape with his life for now. Tagged by one of the shots of the curtain call. He will look for the shield and buys a couple extra seconds before Nemesis takes him down. He is now on a rampage. Mickey sidesteps a deadly flourish, gets pulled back by a shockwave, goes all the way forward with the Dredge Line. Spider Nautilus cares not for your Orianna. Cannon Barrage will buy some time under the inhibitor turret, but crucially, losing the jungler means Baron and Dragon are available.
Selfmade is just a raid boss charging at G2. He cannot be stopped. G2 aren't coordinated against him. We have yet to see Selfmade in a true teamfight 5v5 situation. He's just been able to use FNATIC to find picks on G2, and therefore we haven't seen the weaknesses against the peel of G2 actually come to fruition.
FNATIC are going to win this game. I was so ready at 20 minutes to just say 2-1 to G2. G2 overpress, and I believe the word was fiesta, Mr. Day.
I think I said ran it down.
And I started this series getting very excited, and it's going to generate more questions.
Find out the Death Dance, his healing from W, the stopwatch on top, and then a Thresh Lantern to get him out. He is not going to be possible, really, to take down, it feels like.
Not the case.
Oh my god, what the hell?
What?
What?
Difference. Nemesis obliterates Wonder. Thank you, observers, for that fantastic picture-in-picture. Caps is now in trouble. The Sand Soldier's doing work, but you simply cannot turn it around. Now Jankos is caught inside the frame. Mickey and Perks coming to try and help. Showstopper buys some time. That will be enough to take down Selfmade. But
behind you!
Here comes Hilly and Nemesis. A flash away from Perks. He's run down by Nemesis as Command Attack and Dissonance is wrecking him. He manages to make it to the fountain. Turns the damage around before Nemesis takes him out. FNATIC ace G2. FNATIC are inside the base of G2, and FNATIC catch the throw from G2 to slam it back in their faces. The Nexus turrets are going to fall, and FNATIC are one win away from the LEC Summer Finals. exceptional performance as they're going to go hunting.
FNATIC are doing the G2. You camp the fountain, you kill each and every last one of you. The sad B became a happy B for Reckless. They're going to match point.
If you can't clear a wave between levels 1 and 6, G2 just run away with the game. So as much as I want to see this Cassidy pick work for FNATIC, I am so afraid as to whether or not it actually will.
This game should follow a very similar story to Game 3 in the early stages. G2, tools to play around the mid lane to set the early proactivity. But then, can the scaling come online for FNATIC? Can they play the side lanes? We're going to check it out and see what goes down.
Welcome back to Summoner's Rift. Let's see what can go down as G2 Esports have their backs against the wall. Lose this game, you drop to the semi-final. That definitely feels bad, man, as we take another glimpse on the top lane. Way pushing forward. Wanda is going to look for that flash, manages to get the taunt for a few seconds, down to 200 HP. That's a flash forward to the precision protocol from Flippo. Manages to get the damage. Spirit's Refuge will buy so much time. Now, where is the hook shot? That's the taunt that goes in. Wanda gets taken down. That was a game of inches, but Bwipo gets a solo kill.
Oh no, Wonder full committed for that
flash there. That was mainly to proc his Q to have the sword come through as another fight kicks off bot lane.
There is indeed a lot of damage coming out. Hylissang a little bit on the retreat perk, still untouched, so is Reckless. Mickey down to 150 HP. The exhaust was traded, as was the ignite. Reckless backs away relatively unscathed. Advantage to FNATIC in that fight.
Wait a second, Wonder just ran bot lane. Wonder's not going top lane at all. They want to force this fight really badly.
All right, there's Mickey trying to play the bait game. Flash is available for Reckless and Hilly. No flash for Wonder. And he's going to...
So does the shield passive from Bwipo.
Yeah, and his W was slightly late there too. Didn't block out the true damage. Here we go.
Well, damage there on to Caps. He's dropped very low, 100 HP. Nemesis picks up the kill. Jankos is arriving in time, but he simply can't turn around. Thumbs up from the drive-by.
So Wonder's in trouble.
Let's see what happens. Selfmade doesn't have access to the onslaught just yet. Hextech Ultimatum comes down. Level 5 there from Wonder. Devastating charge into a Rampage. The taunt will buy some time. One more Rampage under the tower. Now Selfmade will get taken down and the kill credit secured by Wonder. Jankos unable to get in on the assist. It's a trade 1 for 1.
Hey, check this out though. Look at the collapse. Caps pushed out.
Things are coming through though.
Has the blast cone. Bwipo very low mana and no flash himself, but I don't know if they can get the minion wave here in time.
Well, let's see.
They might not need it.
Oh, might not need it indeed. Bwipo's going to turn backwards. Caps level 6 showstopper available. There's the passive from Camille. 2 chains from Caps. And just autoing from outside of the turret range. Kill is going to be available in just a moment. Showstopper comes down. Now Nemesis trying to turn it around. Shield comes out from Jankos and the call is retreat. Jankos and Caps playing on stage. FNATIC right now, they will start off the Rift Herald as something that's kind of been G2 dominated the last few games. While that's going on, Perks and Mickey will get themselves a number of plates in the bottom lane. You can see Reckless and Hilly moving in that middle lane. And the gold is dead even for now.
Yeah, so right now G2 with the map split up, they have the global advantage with Shen, so I want to see Jankos maybe try
able to get any follow-up damage, but just uncontested time in this bottom lane means Perks is able to build up a CS advantage, get what, 3 or 4 plates already, and continue to hammer away on that tower.
So even though it was FNATIC that picked up the Rift Herald, it looks like G2's more than likely going to secure themselves the first tower of the game. Notice that the Camille is sitting in mid lane right now, not risking going bot because Nemesis has just reset. We'll pick up the Rod of Ages, so we'll start that stacking, and now we'll see whether Nemesis will rush for the Lich Bane, which sometimes Kassadin's will do to give you a slightly stronger mid-game spike, but others will then go towards the Seraph's Embrace, so it's much more of the scaling build, but you then have like full late game. You hit level 16, you basically become unkillable.
Yeah, and with the amount of EXP he got early on, like that's going to be coming a little bit earlier than I think a lot of people would expect. We'll use the Herald up here just to cash in on a couple plates. Little important they do get that one over to Hylissang and the rest, but G2 still able to push down bot side and maybe convert them more.
Well, I was wondering if Bwipo was going to get jumped on. He was able to use that hook shot to put distance.
Is he freezing? I mean, it's a
Rose,
wave advantage.
he has the option too. He does want to start pushing out. Here we go, Mickey.
Solar Flare lands onto Mickey. Cosmic Radiance will come down and buy just enough time for support to come in from Jankos and from Wonder. Selfmade's forced to retreat for now as Hylissang is left for dead. That's a flash forward into Nemesis. He needs to get the Riftwalk if he can. Riftwalk's underneath the tower. The blow up from Jankos. That will even out the kills, and now Hilly is going to be able to escape. Whippo forced a flash from the Dazzle. And after FNATIC started that fight, G2 ended it.
As you rightly said, quick shot, it was FNATIC that tried to initiate that play. They tried to catch Mickey off guard, but a clutch ultimate comes through from him and it mitigates a lot of the burst that was trying to come out from FNATIC, and then Nemesis, he overextends, and now Caps is looking for the kill.
He is indeed. Nemesis, no ultimate available. Distortion damage doesn't come down, but with
Can't hit him because of the minions!
The minions are blocking so much. Selfmade, the Spirit of Dread will not be enough. It is going to be a solo kill to Caps, but it looked a little fishy for a while.
Honestly, though, if Reckless reacted a little bit quicker and got the shield onto Selfmade, that was looking...
what options there are right now, because very few objectives. Plates are kind of the main key that both teams are looking for, but there aren't really that many plates to play for.
No.
It'll be a Trinity Force picked up by Selfmade that I think is a big purchase, because up until...
Does Hylissang get in trouble for this one? The chains are going to connect and he's able to walk away. That was a swag Hex Flash, if ever I have seen one.
A really nice route coming out from Reckless as well. Just great stuff from the FNATIC bot lane. Styling on G2 right there.
I've never seen a Hex Flash that was meant to send a message in all the years that I've been casting. Now, let's see what happens under the tower. Caps is trying to zone away Selfmade. 3 members of G2 pushing the town. Stand United is available. The Showstopper comes down. Facebreaker, Haymaker is being thrown out there by Jankos. The Cosmic Raiders will buy so much time. And the Stand United will deliver Wonder to the mid lane.
The last 3 games in a row, we have seen this exact same play from G2 and FNATIC. Nemesis is top lane. You know what's going to happen. They have literally beaten it into you and killed you every single time. Just give up the tower.
FNATIC is just like...
FNATIC are down nearly 3,000 gold. 2 dragons as well. It's 30 seconds until the next mountain, until the Mountain Drake spawns, correction. And Nemesis, by the way, is pushing the bottom outer turret. That's going to be the Flash Zenith Blade. There wasn't an expectation from Selfmade that that was going to connect, and the Spirit of Dread will buy some time. Here comes Nemesis. 50% of his mana pool available. That was the Flash and the ultimate committed from Selfmade and Hilly 20 seconds before Dragon Fight.
So one of the important things to remember about Taric, hang on, Reckless might die.
Well, let's find out. Enchanted Crystal Arrows on cooldown perks, cannot fire that one out. Jankos continues to push forward. Showstopper's available to him. Hylissang is inside the pit, gets caught by the distortion, the ethereal chains, the dazzle, and that will be a dead Hylissang, secured by Caps. 3, 1, and 2, and the Drake now uncontested.
Well, G2 are able to find themselves another pick. They're going to get themselves the 3rd Drake of the game, and what kind of looked like a great start for FNATIC, with Nemesis getting that kill, with him picking up so much farm on the top side of the map. There's just been a lot of small mistakes from FNATIC that G2 have been picking over and over and over again, and now that's put them in such a commanding position.
But am I having deja vu? Because I'm almost positive Hylissang got picked right before...
Disrespect it. It is a guaranteed late game win condition, and Nemesis is only 4 levels away. The question is, what can G2 in those 4 levels?
Yeah, I mean, can Nemesis get there in time? Can he survive long enough is going to be a better question. Historically, the answer has been no. Nemesis is solo in the bottom lane. He will be taking this tower, the 2nd of the game for FNATIC, but G2 are securing the 4th of the game, and with Rift Herald, there's huge...
We've seen this before!
Okay, now G2, have you learned from your mistakes? I believe that you have.
Oh, they're out.
They're out! Ladies, gentlemen, fans at home, G2 have backed away. They're looking for Hylissang. He's going to get dropped down. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow snipes him underneath his own steps. Teleport comes out from Nemesis. FNATIC have not taken G2 down in a best of 5 since spring split of 2018. There are years and years of stakes on the line as now all of a sudden Selfmade goes down, the man that was supposed to make them better. Nemesis forced to run for his life. Level 12 at the moment. Zenith Blade connects from Hylissang, but there's no follow-up. There's no damage trying to buy time. Hylissang gets blown up in the mid lane, and G2 are knocking on the doors of Game 5.
Another engage comes through from FNATIC that just leaves Ender and I scratching our heads. They tried to dive into this Ashe, and the first thing we said in draft was there is...
And a Mountain Soul available in 30 seconds. FNATIC feeling the pressure, and they are setting up, but historically, they've been caught out. Selfmade goes in. There is some support coming. But Stand United is unavailable for now. The rest of FNATIC continue to chase. Perks is in trouble. Goes low, does not go down.
He does no damage.
They can't kill him. There's not enough damage connecting. And now Caps is going to look to clean this one up. He goes unstoppable. Hilly drops as well. And Nemesis Rift walks to safety. Soul to G2.
That was a perfect example of how to peel for your AD carries. Solo queue players at home, I hope you watch that in detail because that was exquisite from Mickey and Wonder. The utilization of the Spirit's Refuge, the stuns coming out. Remember the consistent heals that are going to come out from Mickey as he's just beating on these divers that are coming on top of him. Like, beautifully done to keep Perks alive, and then he dishes out the damage to win that fight for G2.
It is just ruthless too because FNATIC tried
and he steals a red buff.
Gotta be kidding me. That is... Reckless doesn't get it. He has no mana either. He has to go back to base. Sure, there's a ward on this objective, but the jungler is just now spawning, and this will certainly be going down here.
This game is bigger than just a round 2 playoffs. Obviously looking at Worlds, obviously setting expectations. Caps is chasing.
A little miscommunication on that one.
Yeah.
Wonder thought he was committing.
G2 definitely wanted to hunt for that extra kill, and seeing some of the mechanical plays here, especially on the G2 side, starting to fill me a little bit more confidence. Decision making can be reviewed. Insta cleanse from Reckless as he starts to escape, but with Baron, with Mountain Soul, oh, the Hex Flash will complete. I thought that Shadow Dash.
You can't keep getting away with it.
And now Hilly escapes with his life. 10k gold down. Caps is chasing. Flash forward, finds the chains.
Oh,
all right, that wasn't really necessary.
The swag on the fadeaway, knowing the electrocute proc was going to come down. How good is he?
Is very happy. Remember, this LeBlanc has been banned multiple games in a row. G2 Esports will even this series out in just a moment or two as the final siege is going to be pushing into the base here. It is a gigantic lead. And Ender, at the end of the last game, you talked about how that throw could tilt teams. And while I agree with you fundamentally, G2 is, and for FNATIC fans at home, being so tantalizingly close to winning the series and taking G2 down, to have this type of game play out, it's heartbreaking. We need to see what happens as this final siege is now moving in. Baron is still on for another 50 seconds. Super minions in a multiple lanes. And Wonder's going to dash forward, doesn't go for the flash taunt. And now the rest of G2 pushing into the base under the assumption that this game is over.
Whoa!
Hilly with the long-range stand. It did not anticipate that one. He gets shut down. Solar Flare did nothing. That is a gigantic taunt coming out from Wonder. The Cosmic Radiance buys time. 1, 2, 3 FNATIC members falling like flies as G2 will take down the Nexus, will take down FNATIC, and will bounce back from a monumental throw in Game 3 to force Game 5.
This is a G2 that means business. This is a G2 that got a conversation with Grabs after the game. He brought out
swing the momentum of this game and dictate who will eventually be the champ.
Let's find out who will be the first finalist of the LEC summer season. FNATIC have picked up more wins this series than all year against G2 Esports. And frankly, it is up to FNATIC to prove that they can play with the big boys G2. 2 games in a row, it has been G2 favored, and we are down to this, the last time on Summoner's Rift for G2 versus FNATIC.
Matchup here. If you're Jankos, do you look for a level 2 player into Illusion, or do you... What's your early pathing?
I mean, right now, Jankos looks like you might want to make a level 1 play. I think level 2 play into Lucian can work if you go straight after a red buff, because that means he won't have his E just yet, so the dash will not be there. But I think by starting on the blue buff, he's likely just going to try to clear out the bot side jungle. Again, like Grabs was saying, they want to play around the bot area of the map, play for the early Drakes. So by splitting the map right there at level 1, it's going to create a lot of pressure on Reckless and Hylissang right off the bat.
You can see a hook does land in the 2 versus 2. Mickey, though, feeling
can go mid, actually. Like,
Nemesis
is so far pushed up in this lane.
Going to be pushing forward. Flash is available to Nemesis. Selfmade is nearby. Level 2 on both junglers. A couple of autos coming down as Nemesis will get that passive off.
Well,
Now there's the siege, flash for flash. Jankos trades his for Nemesis's, and
Leon. So there will be a mismatch for a little bit when Bwipo ticks over to level 6, where he has the global and Wonder won't be able to reply.
All right, Hex Flash comes down. Nemesis can get pulled back in just a moment. The chains need to connect, and it looks like they do. Nemesis will go down. First blood to Jankos. Wave the white flag in FNATIC's face.
Extremely well played there by Jankos, and
Over the area.
Let's see if Hylissang can get unlocked. Jankos once again appearing on the map, threatening pressure onto Reckless and Hilly. Hex Flash is available. He's going to find himself Reckless. The Lantern is available after the pullback. And that means Hylissang and Reckless will be able to turn this around, put some damage down onto Jankos. The Haymaker's done a lot. Here comes Selfmade and Nemesis, level 4 and 5 respectively. Most competitive FNATIC have been in 12 months against G2. So, you know, rightful for the FNATIC fans to come out in support. But look at G2's moves now. You've got Jankos soloing out the Rift Herald. You've got the duo lane from G2 pushing forward, level 6 secured for perks. And they'll just usher that minion wave in. And this will allow the...
That's very true. Last game we saw him sitting at a 0-0-0 scoreline once again, and we do see a bit of action in the bot lane.
So much damage onto Mickey. He stays alive a few seconds longer. The exhaust and the Kia keeps him up, and the barrel won't be able to pick up the kill. Hylissang's over the wall. Selfmade's got flash available to him. That's the body slam flash combination. And here come the rest of G2. The root is going to be big. The death sentence into the play. Hylissang trying to turn this one around. Reckless throws down the Dawning Shadow, and that does so much damage onto G2. FNATIC get the kill and get away.
It's a huge save right there to keep Selfmade alive. It looks like he was almost surely going to go die once Braum applied the passive to him. But I think Reckless showed up the hook as well from Hylissang, and they get
bad
out.
for Wonder.
Searing charge didn't
use that ability to make it up to the top side, whereas Bwipo has his for the time being, but did use his ultimate earlier.
Let's take a look. A little bit of pressure from Caps here, just using the distortion over the wall. If you look at the river, 1, 2, 3, 4 members apiece inside. Mickey's going to tag Reckless though.
Bwipo does have teleport, whereas Wonder does not.
Let's find out what happens. FNATIC are able to secure the first dragon of the game. That is the Cloud. Infernal is next, which means we're going to get a Mountain or an Ocean Soul. The Lantern will be used.
Bwipo playing very defensively because he knows that Set's in the top side of the map. LeBlanc also looking for a roam up top, and FNATIC looking to make the cross map. Selfmade, he will spot out.
Oh, he doesn't see him. The vision.
He doesn't.
The vision does not see the recall from Mickey. Bwipo respecting the potential dive. He backs away, so he does not concede another death. Or any death.
This gold to Wonder?
That is...
Oh, it looks like Caps cashing on some. I don't know if it was just the global turret or not, but...
Okay, so significantly slower early game than the two previous. Jankos, despite his impact in mid onto Nemesis, has been unable to accelerate that further. And FNATIC, while they are...
One of the trends that we've also been seeing is... Oh, hang on, they know he's there.
Reckless is going to be able to flash away. Summon a spell secured for only regular spells.
Bit of a BM with the B there. I respect it, Reckless, as he's able to sidestep Caps' aggression. But again, the thing that the onus to carry is not on Selfmade right now. It's on the shoulders of Nemesis as FNATIC look to play in the bot side once again.
Mickey's going to be able to flash away from the death sentence. That saves his life, by the way. The Last Embrace didn't slow down or root perks, so he escapes as well. And to go back to what you were saying, Vedius, it's kind of indicative of how these teams play stylistically. You know, G2, when they made it to the World Final last year, when they won MSI, it was off the back of exceptionally strong solo laners, and now Caps is going to be forcing Nemesis away. That is how G2 make it will buy some time. While that's going on, FNATIC are going to take a tower in the bottom lane, and Bwipo is just taking them on a run. Cue the, is it Benny Hill music?
That's the one.
And he's running for his life.
I just tried to get an execute here, but he's not going to get it, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. Barrel will get interrupted.
In the way.
Minion blocking Caps. He continues to take them on a run. While that's going on, FNATIC are pushing down the bottom lane. It's a dead even game thus far. And that will be the
eventually. Surely it'll happen. Come on.
Wait a minute, will it?
A lot of damage. Yep, Perks and Mickey arrive as well, and that's maybe even more problematic. Kill secured there by Caps after waste.
Exactly that. They're able to push in through bot. They'll be able to move into the bot side jungle, rotate up into mid, and potentially threaten this tower. But Jankos securing this
early death by Nemesis. and they are just marginally behind G2 right now.
I mean, let's kind of recap the series, right? Because in game 1, FNATIC at this point in the game was pretty much in sole control, and it was G2 constantly playing on the back foot. Don't have time, arrow lands.
Reckless instantly cleanses away. Hylissang does have flash available to him. He's holding on to it for now. Gets tagged by Winter's Bite despite the death sentence. Manages to double flay into the box. Cannon Barrage comes down. Selfmade gets the body slam. Barrel. Mickey's in trouble. Stays alive. Burnt down. That's the kill secured by Hilly. Now Jankos is trying to run amok inside the jungle of FNATIC. Reckless stays alive to find a lantern and escape. Selfmade stays up just long enough for Nemesis to get in. The culling only takes out the clone before Caps takes him down. It's a 1-for-1 inside the jungle, and everything.
And it's not over yet. They're going to find Bwipo with the slows.
They absolutely are. Bwipo is now in trouble from the Rangers' focus. He's forced to flash away. Wonder's going to look for the searing charge if he can. Bellows Breath available to him. Bwipo gets pulled backwards. Haymaker to the face, and he's taken down. But it is at the cost of Caps. Another 1-for-1.
What? Oh, it just comes off cooldown. He knows where Hylissang is.
I don't think he knows it. Hylissang got the heal, though.
Oh,
no!
You beauty!
Good hook there.
As these outer turrets start to fall down, and that's why I feel like G2 are in an advantage state because all the outer turrets have fallen, is because it opens up so much more of the map for them to find picks and find these collapses onto FNATIC.
Bwipo, no flash available to him, but FNATIC is nearby. Hylissang, can he find the lantern? Not because of the showstopper. There's the Winter's Bite tag down, and somehow Bwipo stays alive just a few seconds longer. He will finally get taken out. Death Sentence connects onto Mickey. And that's a lot of damage coming out from Reckless, but the rest of FNATIC cannot find the target. Body Slam comes down, 1-for-1. Top for support. Teleport coming out now from Nemesis.
Nemesis, he has calling.
In the middle of the G2 members, Ardent Blaze, as well as the Relentless Pursuit get used. Dashing and dodging around, using that passive. Wonder will likely fall as well. And FNATIC turn around the engage to find 3 kills.
Such a good hook, but Caps is still looking for picks. He's called out Reckless.
So much damage coming out. Reckless Goodbye! Caps turns it 3-for-2 after it all.
Wow, what a clutch fight there. And it started off with G2 trying to get that collapse. Huge ultimate. We don't have time because we've got another fight.
And this is exactly what you were saying, Ender. The fights will break out constantly.
Oh no, Caps is right there.
Teleport is now coming down. Caps is going to flash over the wall instantaneously. No crowd control to lock him down. 6 kills to 6. He gets the ethereal chains onto Reckless. And the ECA will connect, but there's no further follow-up. Showstopper will bring Bwipo further backwards, but there's no damage to connect onto him. Bwipo continues to run for his life. Wonder and Mickey are dashing forward, but they can't find any CC or damage to stick. It is an Ocean Dragon, and G2 appealing.
Arnold has just come back up, and FNATIC have every single ultimate except for the Gangplank one. I think FNATIC want to re-engage this. I think they want to fight G2.
Let's see right now, Caps takes a lot of damage. Here comes the Arnold.
All of the Forge Guard will find
That's huge!
That's massive! But Wonder has no damage to follow up. The rest of G2 are sticking onto the Ocean Dragon. The culling is melting through Wonder's HP bar. He's down, he's low, he's dead. A parlay to the face kills him. The Dragon is still inside the pit.
Selfmade!
Get it! They get themselves the Dragon, and now they turn the attention onto the rest of GT. Hylissang, can he find the flare? Yes, he does. Looking for the death sentence as well. Now he's in trouble though, as Hilly will get a heal! Reckless brings him back! The Dawning Shadow gives him a shield and a heal, and the rest of FNATIC continue the chase. Powder Kegs won't find themselves the targets, but FNATIC fight back!
What an intense team fight!
To knock over that final Nexus, and if you look at the minimap, if you look at the Rift, it is G2 that currently have control.
For G2, the fights, the game, it will come down to Caps right now. He's looking for Hylissang, but he gets hooked!
Death Sentence comes in, Caps is going to be able to distort all the way back. He manages to find Jankos, Selfmade fight him! Manages to land.
Out of towers as you can right now. Like, Perks did a good job of pushing in mid, but Nemesis is going to secure that top.
In the red buff of G2, they responded to the tower dive top. But now FNATIC may be walking into a trap of their own. Hylissang gets caught out. The heal keeps him alive a few seconds longer, but he's down. Core of the Forge God flies across multiple members of FNATIC, and the teleport comes out from Bwipo. 9 seconds to Dragon as a numbers advantage to G2.
And so this is the biggest difference. FNATIC get a pick, but they can't convert it into much. G2 get a pick, and they can secure a Drake, but...
Fully committed, just Perks finishing off the Ocean, but this is where Game 5 has been different to every other game.
Much about items, Perks just picked up the Infinity Edge. That is why...
Oh, look at the arrow!
The Enchanted Crystal Arrow. It will connect, but there was a dash as well. Gets pulled backwards. Call of the Forge God comes out. Nemesis will flash away from that one. Got a lot of damage onto Jankos. Multiple ultimates committed, and they do end up getting his flash.
But they get, exactly, they get the flash, and that's ultimately all that matters, because now there's no...
a single mistake, costs a guaranteed first or second seed at the World Championship. More importantly, a shot at the LEC title, the 8th one for either team. Caps gets chunked out by Bwipo. The Bwipo's going in! Bwipo flashes over the wall! He's not going to be able to find Caps, though. The Dragon has been peeled away. Wonder and Mickey are inside FNATIC's jungle. Caps is able to escape. Now Wonder takes damage. Perks and Yankos will be able to pick up the Ocean Dragon.
Look at Self-Made, look at Self-Made!
Waiting. The barrel will catch under Yankos, the rest of G2. Now they're starting to come together! Self-Made finds the kill! He goes golden for a few seconds, and the death sentence will not find his target. Core the Forge God will knock up Nemesis into the air, and Caps goes down. 3 G2 members are down, but they did get the Dragon. How much more?
They're gonna get them all!
It's going to be the kills. It's going to be the ace. It's only going to cost 1 and the Dragon, and FNATIC are gonna push.
FNATIC smashed G2 in the team fight. They say, forget the Dragon. We're just gonna go straight for the base now. It is a long time before G2 come up. FNATIC are gonna break this wide open.
FNATIC are looking to end the game. Those death timers are huge. The teleport is going to come through from Bwipo. 8 seconds on Yankos. I don't know if this is the correct play from FNATIC, but they're going to go for a quick shot.
That's a lot of death timers, though. Yankos will just come up. This should be the inhibitor.
I think they can do it.
Do FNATIC keep pushing?
They can do it.
Do not pull a G2. Showstopper into the minions. That's a great
He got the minions. He got the minions. Oh my God. Yankos, you beautiful man.
Saves the game for G2.
Oh, what a clear from Yankos. He uses the ultimate, he uses the W, the minions are gone, FNATIC can't siege, but the jungler is dead. Oh, if Caps can interrupt the backs.
Doesn't look like he can.
Oh, he can get it!
Helisang will land a death sentence, body slam, barrel, he's gone! Self-Made sends his regards and sends Caps back to the fountain. 15 kills, 5,000 gold. And it's FNATIC going to end this one in Game 5 as they're sieging the middle lane.
The difference in 2020 for FNATIC was Self-Made. He sits 8-1-5. FNATIC have the Baron pushing into the base now, and Caps is on the flank.
And in the final game, Nemesis gets his hands on the Lucian and sends a big message to fans. Bwipo's in trouble, got caught out, he's taken down! G2 turn around! Caps blows up Self-Made. Bwipo's already down, but Nemesis is looking for the culling. He can't find the kill into Mickey, and he's forced to run away. Yankos goes low, and Hilly's death sentence does not find a
Might just give this one up. Wait, what if Caps actually tries to steal it over the wall? Remember the QR combo?
That's a lot of damage. I mean, Yankos too, he has Hex Flash, and there's not a Baron for 3 minutes. This could just be a 50-50 steal and get the hell out.
Caps out, he's gonna go for the try. Death sentence almost catches him, but the Dragon is secured by FNATIC. Level head.
Very intense Game 5. This game could literally go either way. Both teams fighting for that spot in the finals. And here we go.
Oh, Helisang! Where's the death sentence? Where's the death sentence? Wonder is going to be able to escape for now. Comes down the flame, comes out as well. Dawning Shadow is good, but so is the Call of the Forge God. G2 running for their life. Showstopper brings Self-Made backwards, but the Caps are able to jump around, surround him. That's
Look at Caps!
Does it! G2 Esports may have turned this one around. Reckless, the rest of FNATIC start to back away. 2 more kills to G2. The arrow tags onto Helisang. Nemesis will get some damage down. That's the pull backwards, but it's blown up. Yankos goes down. He will get taken out from the damage from Perks though, and now G2 turn around. The fans predicted it, and G2 are pushing.
I think G2 won it all right here, Trevor. There's 2 members alive, Nemesis and Reckless on the other side, but Caps finding 3 members in the backline with his LeBlanc. It's massive.
40-second death timer for Helisang, 30 for Bwipo and Self-Made. The teleport is coming in from Wonder inside the base. It's up to Reckless and Nemesis, the double ADs, to defend. Mickey's going to jump forward. The Unbreakable will time out very, very shortly. The first Nexus turret is down. G2 Esports are pushing on
Nemesis!
Nemesis is forced to zone away. The culling! It takes no Wonder. Reckless is getting the damage down though. The scaling, the late game.
Wait, Self-Made 5 seconds! Self-Made 5 seconds!
They've done it. Self-Made's going to come back alive. G2 get the Nexus turrets, but they don't get the game. They don't get the series. G2 do not.
But there's still wards here. Oh, no!
Caps almost gets taken out. Apologies to headphone listeners, did not intend to scream that loud.
But we're still on the Dragon, the Ocean Soul is... Nemesis! He just solo killed Caps!
Nemesis kills Caps, the Soul goes to FNATIC, they kill Yankos as well! It's 5 versus 3, they can push into the base. FNATIC have everything they need to win the series.
I think that's it! I thought it was done and dusted, I thought G2 had won it all, but FNATIC have held the line, they get the kill onto Caps, they secure the Ocean Soul, 5 members strong, FNATIC are looking to end it.
With the world watching, with the criticism never being higher, with Nemesis and Hylissang.
Perks is going for the Nexus! Perks is going for the
By
Nexus!
fans, they turn this around. Now Perks is pushing into the base. You are kidding me! This is a 5 versus 1 base race. There's one cannon minion to work with. It gets interrupted. Mickey and One are doing what they can. Nemesis is there to defend! Nemesis kills Perks! And FNATIC turn their attention to the Nexus turret. They get one. Stop focusing down the second. The backdoor bonus is just about to end. FNATIC, for the first time since 2018, for the first time in 875 days, FNATIC take down G2. FNATIC are your summer finalists.
What an insane Game 5. Look at the elation.